Mm, Hey, I just wanted to do this quick video, right quick, about holding someone accountable on these YouTube streets. There are a lot of people talking about we're gonna hold people accountable on these YouTube streets. We're talking about people talking about we're gonna hold these men accountable on a YouTube panel. We're gonna hold these women accountable on a YouTube panel. Okay, me me try to understand this. How you gonna hold somebody accountable if you can't cut their money? You can't affect them possibly making money, getting a job. Uh, you're not affecting their power, social power, economic power. I mean, how are you holding someone accountable? All it is a lot of talking. When I hear these guys who want to defend black women talking about we're holding men accountable, okay, how you doing that? By talking? Are you affecting their money? You're affecting their YouTube status? Okay, so did y'all hold Tommy Sotomayor accountable? Because last time I checked, he's still on YouTube. Well, you guys, y'all hold Cynthia G accountable? She just got back on YouTube. Actually, Tyler just got back on YouTube not too long ago. Okay, you're holding Alba and Preach accountable. Um, are you cutting his money? Because last time I checked, he's still on YouTube, still talking, still exposing females. Mm. Now, are you holding Dr. Cheyenne Bryan accountable? Because she's still getting booked. I'm pretty sure she's still going to get people to interview her and talk to her, even just to see her crash out. Now, here's one. The ones that we're talking about holding them accountable. Did you really hold Kevin Samuels accountable? Because these same black male feminists that was crying about Kevin was doing all this harm to black women. He he had over 1 million subscribers. Was on a Future video. He was on Atlanta, and probably would have had his own TV show had he not, self delete by not taking care of his health. But you're gonna hold men accountable. Okay, okay. Cynthia J said something on the lines of aborting black male babies, and yet she's not ran off of YouTube, nor was her money cut or anything. You know who did cut her money? YouTube. Obsidian was saying some foul shit about black women. You know who cut his money? YouTube. Fresh and Fit saying some egregious stuff about women and black people as a whole. You know who cut their money? YouTube. Yeah, I'm starting to see the pattern here. How you gonna hold somebody accountable if you're not affecting their money? You're not affecting you're not punishing them, affecting their money, affecting their social status. We could take it to celebrities. They want black men to hold Nick Cannon, Cam Newton accountable. Okay, again, are you cutting their money? Are you affecting their social status? Are you stopping them from getting access to women? Because last time I checked, Cam Newton still got a chick right there pretending to be wifey. Last time I checked, Nick Cannon's still gonna have another chick to get pregnant. Matter of fact, let's cut them out. The regular baby mama maker that y'all know on the street. Are y'all holding him accountable? Are you cutting his money? Are you stopping his social status? Are you stopping him from access to women? You talk about these hoes. Are you cutting her money? Are you stopping her access to men? Are y'all stopping these people from getting on YouTube saying their shit? All this vile stuff that y'all say these men and women on these YouTube streets are saying, and yet I ain't see nobody stop them from saying it. They still say it. Look, I'm not the moral police on any of this stuff. I don't even know why people even say hold somebody accountable. How do you hold somebody accountable if you cannot punish and you cannot reward? Because for all these black male feminists that came out here, which I call them, who has said some hellified shit, they still can't keep Kevin's name out their mouth. And yet, when he was living, none of these fuckers touched this man. None of these men came to see him. I mean, really see him. Y'all didn't stop his success. The only person that stopped Kevin Samuels' success was Kevin Samuels. And don't give me that, well, we prayed on it, we did witchcraft. No. The only person that stopped Kevin Samuels was Kevin Samuels. The only people stopping Fresh and Fit, so that's white folk, is Fresh and Fit. The only person stopped Priscilla is Priscilla. And she didn't stop. Nobody stopping Cam Newton. Nobody stopping Nick Cannon. Nobody stopped P. Diddy. Nobody stopped R. Kelly. Nobody stopped them but themselves. Of course, the white man. So, yeah, ask me why these pedos are able to talk on social media, because there ain't nobody stopping them in real life. But here's the catch. Here's the catch. If the person that really wanted to stop them, somebody want to put a bullet in them, somebody want to do something to them, are you going to pay for their bills? Are you going to put money on their books? Are y'all gonna do what Daniel Petty, what he got when he choked out that guy on the subway? Are y'all putting money on that man's books? Because he Daniel Petty got a lot of money, but I don't see a lot of y'all gonna do that for these YouTubers out here if they do decide to do it, and they know that. Corey Holcomb's still breathing. Last time I checked, I mean, he said some foul shit about black women, but yet Corey Holcomb's still walking around. Now, some of his shows got canceled. That's something. But that's after years and years and years of saying this stuff. Why it took him saying shit about Anton Daniels for y'all to act? Why it took somebody? Why it took people? Why it took that woman to bring a lawsuit to. Oh, by the way, that criminal charge that was a year ago that woman brought against Corey Holcomb. So this was a over a year in the making. Now y'all care. Now we want to hold people accountable on the YouTube streets. Um, One I talked about, Tony Gaskins, out here talking shit, hella shit about Coach Greg Adams, and yet he ain't put a hand on that man. I mean, he threatened him a lot and called him gay and all this kind of stuff. But let's face it, I still didn't see him put hands on this man. See, I'm just throwing out random names. A guy that I can't stand, but hey, people love him. Wimp on Lock. I'm sorry, Will on Lock. My bad. He pulled out guns and all kinds of shit against people like Jay Prince. Yeah, he didn't do nothing to these guys either. Um, did he hold anybody accountable? No, not really. He just talked shit, but ain't really do nothing to him. And some of the people who was doing the shit, like Adele Long, he still went on his platform after he did the fuck shit to black women. Hell, he did some fuck shit to black women. He can't. He didn't hold himself accountable. So what are we really talking about when we're talking about accountability, holding someone accountable on YouTube street? If you're not affecting their money, you're not affecting their livelihood, you're not stopping them from access to the women or the men that y'all claim they need to stop. You're not stopping the access to even children that y'all saying y'all claim y'all want to protect. What are you really doing? Sharon Bracing can do live streams about black men till the cows come home. He ain't gonna stop shit because if you cannot reward and you cannot punish, you cannot hold nobody accountable. The magistrate could do hundreds of videos of black women till the cows come home. Again, until you cannot reward or punish somebody, you cannot hold them accountable. All you doing is talking, and it's cool. Talking cool. Somebody was saying when they talked about this guy, uh, Praxis, what he said about young girls. He said, "Well, we just want to have the conversation." Okay, you want to have the conversation with a guy who said, literally, if the girl can go outside and play, she's ready to have sex and be in a relationship with people of the opposite sex. But you're going to hold them accountable by having a conversation. You're going to hold them accountable by talking about it. Okay, cool. Listen, I'm fine with people talking. That this is not me saying stop people from having conversation. I'm not the person to sit up here and stop people from what they want to talk about. That's not me. And I'm not here to stop nobody from going to be a fanboy or fangirl, whoever you want to do. That's a you thing. But if you're not stopping someone's money, if you're not physically harming them, If you're not stopping them from access to the people that you want to protect, you're not holding somebody accountable. If you cannot reward or punish somebody, you can't hold them accountable. All you doing is talking. I'm sorry. Let me be a little more harsh. All you doing is bitching. And unfortunately, there are a lot of bitches and bitch ass niggas on these platforms because at the end of the day, you're not really doing anything. You got a lot of black men who say they defend women, they love women, they think they queens and goddesses, and yet you don't see their wives, you don't see their girlfriends, you don't see them doing anything offline for black women. Hell, some of them not even married to black women like that. Some of these same dudes who were defending, they were cheating on them, getting with women, black women online, knowing that they know who his wife is, knowing that some of these women were actually married or in a relationship and didn't give a damn. And some of these women who say they don't like these Negroes, these niggas ain't shit, and yet they use them for to get their platform on or banging them on the low, having babies with them on the low. But you want me to hold black men accountable? How am I holding them accountable? You can't even hold yourself accountable. How am I gonna get mad at a dude when you as a woman stay with a guy who don't produce nothing, and then you want me to hold him accountable when access to vagina is his only concern, and you giving him that access? How you want me to hold a woman accountable, and you continuously give her access to your money and your penis? You had a lot of talk about with the ABBA situation about pregnancy and men don't want to be stepdaddies or baby daddies. Okay, you want to hold the women accountable for her part in ABBA. Okay, how? What are you doing? Are you going to cut her money? Are you going to cut? Are you going to punish her? Are you going to reward her for exposing the ABBA? Besides attention, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. You know, you talking about Shine Brian and how all these people are so focused on Shine Brian, but what about this white guy? What? What about the white guy? And truth be told, you're not holding Shine Brian accountable either because you ain't cutting the money. Who gives a fuck? How you gonna hold somebody accountable because one dude cheated on another woman, a basketball player cheated on a rapper? You gonna cheat on your boyfriend? How the fuck you gonna hold somebody accountable? A lot of y'all so warped. It's sad to me. Y'all want to talk to a pedo. You want to talk to these hoes. You want to talk to these bitch ass niggas. You want to support these bitch ass niggas and these hoes, and yet then you want to cry about them later. Don't come cry to me. Don't cry to me. 'Cause your favorite YouTuber in reality probably ain't shit. Because what they asking for, what they crying about for years at this point, they ain't never got and they never will. That same man who said you're a queen, You're a queen, you're a goddess. Guess what? He's cheating on his queen and goddess. And continue and y'all just let it go. You just let it go. This bitch ass nigga who's dropping babies in these chicks, y'all still wanna talk just to argue with him. But you want people to hold them accountable when you giving them attention. Y'all want to cry about the red pill. Y'all want to cry about the manosphere. How they're affecting the kids. How they're affecting the kids. When the last time you ever talked to your goddamn kid? When the last time you talked to your son and daughter? Because the manosphere, the red pill, the black pill, they don't become a factor if you ain't. They don't become a factor if you talking to your kids. I know. I could have been a red pill guy. And I'm a black pill guy if you want to keep it a buck. But there are some dark places I won't go to. And the reason why I won't go there, because I had my mother in my life. I had my mother in my life. I had my friends. I had my ex-wife. I had people in my life to keep me from going down that real dark path. I had stuff to do. I had a career. Even when I was without a job, I still had people around to keep me from that dark path. But a lot of y'all don't even be around your son. You worry about him being gay. You worry about him having a girlfriend, but you ain't worrying about him being able to fend for himself, think for himself. And when they try to seek camaraderie with men, you call them gay. But then you get mad because now he's he's going against women, the same women that keep calling them gay, keep calling them soft, who keep calling them when a man is respectfully disagreeing with a woman, you call him soft, call him feminine, you call him gay. But then you wonder why these men cussing you out, calling you bitches and hoes. Which one you want? You want these women to be soft and feminine, but then you want to call them bitches and hoes, and then you expect them to stay nice and soft. Me, I'm like, there's a time to be nice, and then there's a time not to be nice. I'm for matching energy. I could be respectful to you, you respectful to me, but if you want to be an asshole, bitch to me, guess what? I will be that asshole and bitch to you too. I'll be everything you want me to be. Cause see, I'm about matching energy. I don't go high. I match you where you are and might go lower, depending on my mood. Because you know why? I hold myself accountable. But a lot of y'all don't hold yourself accountable. So how you gonna hold somebody else accountable? Y'all don't even have the power to hold somebody accountable. Let's keep it a buck. But you support men and women with no power. You support men and women with no power and show you on a consistent basis they have no power, but yet you support them. They don't even have power over themselves, and yet this is the people you want to cheer on. This is the people you want to say, "Oh, she sure cooked them. Oh, she's holding him accountable. He's holding her accountable." Their lives all fucked up. He got a whole white wife around, but he worrying about black women. Both on both sides. On the SYSBM side and on the feminist black male feminist side. But he have a whole white wife. Why do you give a fuck? Because let's keep it a buck. You didn't even feel in your the love in your heart. Because the ultimate love and sacrifice that a man can give to a woman is being a husband. The ultimate sacrifice that a woman can have, a black woman to have, is to be with a black man, be her his wife. But yeah, la yeah, man. But then you want to hold somebody accountable. You want to tell these people to date out. Both sides, y'all both sides do it. Y'all want to tell these people to date out. But then y'all strangely quiet when that backfires on both sides. Even again, the money took, they getting left at the altar. If they even get to the altar, they becoming baby mamas, baby daddies, or they just being X'd out the game completely. You're strangely quiet. And then on top of that, then you want us to rally for them. Uh, See, I'm more or less like, okay, I'm gonna hold them accountable. You want me to hold all these people accountable, date out? Okay, no problem. I'm not supporting. I'm like, let their families figure it out. That's how I'm with it. But yeah, this accountability that y'all try to hold is worthless. We speaking out. Okay, you we just spoke about the relationships between black men and black women for god damn how long? Hell, since we got out of slavery, and yet not much has changed. You still getting with weak ass dudes. You still getting with that ain't shit bitches. Y'all still having babies with these people. And here's the killer part. These same people, these powerless people are telling other people, we need more kids. We need not to abort these kids. We need to have more kids. But have no system to take care of them. You have no system to help these parents. At least the government, when they do it, they have a system in place. It's called welfare. They have incentives, you know, coupons, scholarships, help for daycare for these parents. Where the pro blacks who you want community. Where's your systems? Oh, well, if we get the numbers up, we get the numbers up. We're gonna get the numbers up with the same mindset, same fucked up mindset we have out here right now. That's what you want, more people. Yeah, that's gonna work. That's gonna work. Some of y'all, you women, want to be celibate. Nothing wrong with that. But you want to be you want to bring your celibacy to a world that don't respect celibacy on either side. Instead of being with the groups that would celebrate that, which mainly religious groups. You guys want women to not require monogamy or wearing condoms. But yet, you got a lot of these women talking about, oh, I wear a condom until the last minute. Now I don't want to wear a condom. Or you just won't fly out say, no, I don't wear condoms. You gotta lie and say you're sick or you got an allergy or something that you can't wear a condom. Or you got low sperm count, so I can't get you pregnant. So can I raw dog you? But then you want to get on other men about their sexual practices. You want to you want to be on. Women need to hold their legs closed, but you want to be celibate, but you're not providing any other means of why this man should wait, or be with the man who would willing to wait with you, who's not pushing you for marriage. I mean, for sex. Being in the sectors that would love that. I try to understand it, but then, you want people to hold people accountable. You can't hold yourself accountable. You can't put yourself in the position of people who will celebrate your life and what you got going on. We want these men to not be so sex obsessed. But yet, if this man came out here as a virgin at 30 years old, you're clowning. Or as a 50-year old, you're clowning. The first, you want to clown a guy. The first thing you talk about, he don't get no bitches. So you want him to not think about pussy all the time. But yet, the first thing y'all talk about, man, is he don't get no bitches. He don't get no pussy. How does this work? I just want somebody to make it work for me. You want me to hold somebody accountable. You want me to hold a man accountable for seeking pussy all the time, but yet the first thing you throw in his face is pussy. What access? How much access? What he ain't getting. And then you expect him to be a virgin, but you won't even sleep with a virgin. But yet you want him to respect your celibacy. Where we do this at? So before I keep rambling on too much, if we're gonna hold if we're gonna be accountable, with we want to hold accountability on people. Start with your goddamn self. You say this man wasted your time for 10 years. You were in a relationship with him. You was there for 10 years. Why he lied to me? Okay, he lied to you. That was year two. You were there for 10. Sorry, my dude. Sorry, my love. That's a you problem. All these men, no, no, no. The reason why these men get away with what they do, because you, my love, and I'm being sarcastic with that. This 16-year-old tricked me. Brother, you 24. Sir, when I was 24, I ain't get no bitches like that. I'm not even around women like that. I could have been considered a fucking incel. Literally. I still wouldn't get with no 16-year-old. Sorry. I'm sorry. I would not get it with a 16-year-old. What are we doing here? How you gonna hold somebody else accountable? You can't hold yourself accountable. How is it you have every excuse for your fuck ups? It's men and women. I'm not gender. See, I'm a neutral zone here. I'm a neutral zone right here. I'm not for women. I'm not for men. I'm for myself. I hold myself accountable every goddamn day. I'm 5'11", 350 pounds. You know how I got the 350 pounds? Because I ate what I wanted to eat. And I'm not blaming the fucking McDonald's. I'm blaming myself. The reason why I'm not in a relationship ain't because of these bitches. It's for me. I could get in a relationship, but I don't want to. And I'm holding myself accountable to that. And I'm okay with that. And nobody gonna sit up here and talk, oh, you hate women. Okay, cool, cool, cool. You think I hate women? Cool. So how you want me to prove I don't love women? Get in a relationship that I'm not ready for, that she not ready for? So y'all push people to be in these relationships. And then when these relationships fail, then you want to hold the person accountable only and not yourselves. Because some of y'all push these people into relationships. You push these boys to be in relationship with the girls when they know they ain't ready. And then when it blows up in their faces, you blame the boy. You push these women to be in these relationships with these men and then blame the woman when it blows up in their face. I know I'm being random, but it's just a lot of talking points that I've been hearing for the past 2 weeks now. And when I listen to this stuff, it pissing me off. It really is pissing me off because I don't hear accountability on no end. Everybody else want to blame somebody else. We should blame the 16-year-old. Okay, let me help you out, bro. 16-year-old girls or younger, don't get with these old men. You're gonna end up a baby mama, and your life gonna be fucked up. Cause these dumb fucks are so stupid. They can't say, man, I gotta leave this 16-year-old alone. The money ain't worth it. Your life ain't gonna be ruined. Go back to school, get your degree, and live your best life. So these grown ass men who are fucking because they went to prison, they slow as fuck. So you won't be so tempting to them that they won't fall for you. They will fall for you without asking about ID. They ain't trying to know you nothing. They just want to stick the dick in you because they ain't trying to marry you because they keep going back in the past about they used to do that in the past. They were getting with the 12-year-olds. Yeah, they were getting married. Nigga, you ain't trying to marry these bitches. You trying to fuck. You're not even trying to do right by these girls. So what we talking about here? Why you worrying about the age of consent? You ain't gonna do right by her. You ain't going to get their parents permission because most of these parents will probably knock you the fuck out. Even the ones that is that as neglectful, they still probably punch you the fuck out or X you out the game complete. But yeah, you won't be on one side. I'm not on one side. I'm on no side. I'm on my own side because I have a code of conduct. I did not make baby mamas. I did not become a baby daddy. I did not become a single father. And I did that. I did that myself. I've been around people who did not want to have babies with me, who do not want to be single mothers like that, or at least have a baby with me. And I didn't want to have a baby with them. So we're good. The only time that I ever uh, shoot the club up in a chick was with my wife. I scratched that. With my wife and my girlfriend. But even with my girlfriend, I knew her for a long time. Right. And guess what? She wasn't trying to have a baby with me. And I wasn't trying to have a baby with her. So we took steps. Same with my wife. Before we got married, we took steps. But we made sure everything was on the table. And I ain't had to lie to her. I told her my stance. She told me her stance. Everything good. Problem is, a lot of y'all talk, but you don't stand on your square. My wife wanted to be married. Guess what? 2 years later, after we got to know each other, we got married. Because she stood on her square. And she wasn't going to sit around years and years and years waiting for me to get married. You said, "Oh well, that's you and that's your wife." Well, guess what? My yeah, okay, you got me. It's just me and my wife. You know, I'm just a normal. I'm just a normal average black man. She was just an average black girl. But we just average, just like most of y'all on YouTube. But yet, y'all in these situations, and then you want to bitch about your situation, and you want to just blame one side of the situation. You want the life that you want. You have to work for it. You got to hold yourself accountable and understand you can't hold nobody accountable unless you have some power. Power over their finances, power over their social status, power power politically, whatever. If you don't have no power, you can't hold nobody accountable. The only thing you're doing is bitching. And if you're not willing to put hands on people who are doing wrong and and find out a way not to go to prison for it or have an easier time in the prison after you do the deed, you're not holding nobody accountable. Again, Kevin Samuels did not did not leave this earth because of a black, what I like to call black male feminist. He left on his own. David Carroll did not did not pass away on the hands of somebody else. He died on his own. just saying. Now I'm just using those two names. Nobody touched these guys. Nobody put hands on these guys. Nobody did any. Oh, we doxed them. So what? What you dox them for? You ain't gonna do nothing about it. Oh, look how hypnotic he is, and that don't mean shit. It's just like I could look. You could say how pathetic these guys were. I could look at some of the women that were big criticism of them, and look at their lives, and guess what? Their lives ain't no better. The pink pill who was talking with David Carroll, and she said all that shit with a black about black men. Guess who she ended up with? A black man. After either she dumped him or he dumped her. That white man, either she dumped him or he dumped her. And then the other white man she got with was so fucking stupid. He embarrassed her. Let a nigga made him come out of his square talking about he like nigga bitch. And yet, y'all want to hold somebody accountable. You can't hold yourself accountable. These people that you follow, lives are so screwed up, but yet you'll follow their every word. You hang on every word they say. Why? They ain't make it work in their lives. Very few I've seen make it work. Their rhetoric, they actually live it and succeeded in it. Very few. But you won't hold your content creator that don't live their life. You won't hold the people that you put up on this pedestal to the same standards that you want to hold other people to. And then you want to talk about hosts my account. Now, hold yourself accountable. And it starts with how you are as a person. What rhetoric that you believe in. I don't care what rhetoric. Red pill, white, red pill, black pill, pink pill, BWE, SYSBN, whatever rhetoric you believe. I just got one question for you. Are you living it? Can you show me that you're living? Because if you can't show me, what I'm listening to you for? And more importantly, how you gonna hold somebody else accountable? If you can't affect what they doing, how you holding them accountable? You want to know the ultimate way you can hold black women accountable as a black man? Make sure your black boy is in the best position possible, so he won't have to deal with that raggedy Keisha that y'all complain about. If you want your black girl, you want to hold black men accountable, put your black girl in a position where she ain't got to deal with a raggedy ass nigga. And you know how you do that? Start with you. If you celibate, stand on it. You want marriage? Stand on it. You want your woman to be submissive? Stand on it. You want your women without the wig and the weave and the nasty attitude? Stand on it. Whatever you are, stand on your square and never falter. There are two things in my life that I say I would never be: a baby daddy and a single father. Those are two things I would never be because my daddy was a Rolling Stone. Wherever wherever that whole song, that was my dad. The only difference is he was married. My brother's never married, but got babies everywhere. Those kids don't even speak their last name. You would not know they're related to me unless they tell you or I tell you. I did not want that for my life. So I have no kids, but I don't have no baby dad. I know I don't have no babies anywhere. There will be nobody who can come up here on these YouTube streets or anywhere else and say they got a baby by Brother Speak. There will be no woman who will who will come online and post that I scammed them out of sex. There will be no woman online talking about I paid for the try to pay for box and never got none. Or I paid for box and got some. Meanwhile, I'm spewing hatred against a group of women because I hold myself accountable every day. I hold myself accountable. And I've been like that for a while. Even at my lowest point, you will never hear somebody say, "Oh, Brother Speak got with me when I was 16." It's just not going to happen. Oh, Brother Speak, SA me, SH me, great me. Nothing. Nope. You're never going to see it. And you will never hear how I scammed Brother Speak. I got money out of him. Oh, he's a simp. He paid everything. I ain't had to do nothing for him. You'll never hear that because I never let that happen. And I'm not saying that I'm not I can't be manipulated. I can't say that I don't. I never fall short. But I ain't fall short like these people do. And if I even did, hell, my ex-wife, I fell short with her. And guess what I do? I take accountability for that. Matter of fact, when I'll give y'all this for free. When I cheated, you know what I did? I said, you know what? If I could cheat on her, I could break my vow not only to her to myself. Well, shit, no need to be there at the moment. I fucking left. That's how I hold myself accountable. But a lot of you people too scared to do it. And guess what? And guess what? Funny thing, even my ex-wife would say, well, she hold herself accountable for the stuff she did in my man. So it wasn't. It's all me, all me. No, we said it's us. We were not perfect. In some aspects, we should have never been married. We didn't make it me. It was all brother speak, and I didn't make it all my ex-wife because it wasn't all me. It wasn't all her. It was us because we dropped the ball. And a lot of y'all really need to sit back and say, where did I drop the ball? I stayed for 10 years and not get married, but he married a woman in 7 months. Well, that's a you problem, sweetie. She wouldn't give me submission, but she submit to the other guy. That's a you problem, sir. She aborted my baby. I didn't want that to happen. Well, that's a you problem, sir. He left me with the kids. It's a you problem, ma'am. You don't protect yourself. That's a you problem. If you don't make your standard a reality, how you want to live a reality, that's a you problem. It is not my job to make it a reality. It's your job. Because once you get out your parents' house, that's a you problem. You need a man to take care of your bills. That's a you problem. That's your parents' job. And your parents didn't do it. Sucks to be you. Now it's a you problem. Sure, you looking to a woman to try to inspire you to do what you need to do. That's a you problem. You suck. Y'all deal with weak ass people and then expect strong results. I'm sorry. I don't feel sympathy for you because the people in my life, my friends, my coworkers, they're not on other people's fault. They look at themselves. Yeah, they might bitch about the other person, but at the end of the day, take accountability for their own shit. And truth be told, the women I know, they would tell most of you women to shut the fuck up. Y'all bitching too much. The men I know, they would tell most of you dudes, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Y'all bitching too much. It's a sad state. Y'all bitch too much. Then you want to talk about hold somebody accountable. You can't hold nobody accountable. You have no power. You don't even have power over yourself. And that's the point I wanted to make on this. And vent a bit. Because the shit over the past few days, this past few weeks, really, really lowered my faith in humanity. I know I shouldn't have this much faith in humanity, but but every time that I turn on this YouTube streets and I hear these talking points, these exhausting talking points about male and female relations, even social media, it just makes me have less faith in humanity and more reason why I'm so glad I'm by myself. Well, what if you get old and you can't wipe your ass? Okay, well, hey, that's a chance I take. Men live long when they married. Okay, good for them. Good for them. Okay, great. Still not getting married. I'm still not going to rush to the altar, and I'm not going to rush to have children. And yeah, I can tell you how many people who have. Why you don't want children? Why you don't want children? No, I don't want one. Why you don't want a wife? Because I don't want to take care of a woman like that. That's me holding myself accountable and not lying to these women. So if anyone want to, I'm like, well, I'm gonna let you know off the bat, I ain't getting married. So what we gonna do? You want marriage? Go there. But see, that's me holding myself accountable and understanding the lifestyle I have has consequences. If you're not ready to handle the consequences of your lifestyle, whatever lifestyle you want to spew out there, then how you gonna hold anybody accountable? You just can't because you're not holding yourself accountable. But anyway, that's my rant. I'm gonna go outside and make some money. And yeah, have a good one. Peace.